I want to talk about medical intuition. This is the modality that I've done for a while, that I've circled around. I keep coming back to. And I want to describe why I like it so much, or why I'm so drawn to it. In the spiritual world, in the psychic world, there's a lot of schmaltz, right? You go to a astrologer and they say it's a time for transformation. You go to a psychic and they say it's time for transformation, or some very abstract things like that people want to hear because perhaps there's an unhappiness with themselves, and that things will be completely transformed in a certain period of time. That's hope for someone, for people. And maybe there's a space for that. It's good to help people feel hopeful, I guess. Sometimes individuals feel too hemmed in by their lives and are not aware of possibilities for their lives. But I can't do that. I need reality. I need to know that this is real, and I need to be kind of rigorous about it, or needed to know. That was part of it. And since in medical intuition you get specific information about specific things that are happening in the body, I felt more attracted to that because I was able to do readings and then judge and then look through it. And partly it was for me because I wanted to, I'm subject to conditioning just like everyone else. Part of me knows that this is how reality works. Part of me really wants to continue being convinced because that conditioning is very deep. So a few years ago, when I was doing readings every day, I would spend an hour and I would write down, I'd go through the entire, as much as of the energetic body as possible, and write down every rabbit trail I followed, every image that came up, and compare it to what came up during the reading, what the sitter confirmed or denied. So this is where what my attraction to medical intuition came from, and also something about medicine or the body. The body is honest, right? You could say you are like this or you are like that, but that's connected to a lot of self, a lot of lies often, a lot of ego, a lot of kind of structures, mental structures to maintain the ego as it had developed over the course of a lifetime, especially earlier in life. But the body does what it does. And furthermore, medical intuition is about the interface. I wish there was another word for it because, mostly because of difficulty around the word medicine and how the industrial medical complex, which is good. It's helps a lot of people and is very helpful and is often amazing. but they really lock it down. They really tell people this is medicine and this is not medicine. And, you pick your battles, right? And no one wants to get busted for practicing medicine without a license or get anywhere close to that for entertainment purposes only. That's always the disclaimer. And it kind of is, because there's no guarantees at all. At all. Not even close. And there's misses as well as hits, and the hits can be amazing in ways that cannot be measured. And the misses can also turn out to be hits, but it reveals itself as a hit a month later, 2 months later. That happens quite often as well. And sometimes misses are just misses. Often misses are just misses. It's a function of some bias the reader has in her head, or some influence at that moment, like what she had for breakfast. So it's a much more kind of moving, shady world than quote unquote actual medicine. But I love it. And as I was saying, it's medical intuition is about the interface between the spiritual world, so-called, and the physical world, so-called. I think it was Yukteswar who said something like the physical hangs like a tiny basket on the bottom of the vast astral world, something like that. But that is absolutely the case. I mean, you can't say absolutely, but that's been my experience. That every twist and turn of the body, the physical body, something not behaving maybe quite as it should when the rest of the body is healthy, that's usually because of some sort of karmic knot that is transmitted, often hereditary, through the parents, grandparents, the lineage, often through life events. You cut down a tree and you look at the rings and you see the legacy of droughts, monsoons, of periods when it grew rapidly, periods when it did not grow, when it grew slowly, periods of disease. The legacy is there. It's, the energetic body is much like that. You look into the energetic body, you see a specific trauma that happened, or a specific difficulty in a specific relationship, or something that happened to someone's father or mother, and something got a bit off the rails there and continues in the body of the child, of the grown child. Moreover, there seems to be kind of blessings around it. For some reason, I can't tell you why. spirits, plant spirits, they want to heal the bodies of the fauna around it. I mean, you could say the plants created us to move their seeds around, so it's kind of them taking care of an investment. I mean, that doesn't quite land, but we're all part of this ecosystem, and there are parts of the ecosystem that are very invested in helping us. And this is why it's seen, as far as psychic things go, there seems to be more reliability when it comes to medical intuition. I mean, none of this is particularly reliable, but more than other forms, because there are blessings to be had there. Edgar Casey was really a medical intuitive, and he speaks about trying to use his intuition to get wealthy, but it never worked. It was dry, but his medical intuition was spot on often. I can understand that.